Yes, it's Circle City time. I set myself $14 million. $14 million. I will try to keep a balanced budget, even though I obviously don't have to, just because, you know, it's more emulable if I don't spend that money, like, um, yeah. Because I really want to be doing something that you guys can copy. I don't want to be just spending a crap ton of money and having a negative budget just for the sake of having a negative budget. So anyway, this is going to be a circle city, and it's right next door to that oil city that we already made. And the oil city has people of all wealth types, and it has lots of unfilled jobs and lots of unsold goods. So people are going to leave our city to drive over there if we're not careful. So we got to be a little bit careful. I'm going to start out by buying power, water, sewage from them, but later on I'll make my own, just because otherwise I'd have to go over there and create like a bunch of excess power plants and stuff, and it's kind of silly. Maybe I'll do that. Anyway, point is I want to build a circle. I want a circle right there. I want it to be my friendly circle. So the curved roads that you make the circle out of should be high density, just normal street stuff. Oh, why didn't that work? Oops, I wish there was an undo button. So I want it to go from here. What the heck? Why does it keep forming my circle in the middle off to the... Okay, so I do want that. So I want to find roughly the middle of this area, like right here, and then grow it downwards. That'll work. That seems circly enough for the Circle Club. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? Okay. So now I want to cut the whole thing in half with an avenue. Just kind of try to start in the middle. Of course roads overlap. What the heck? Doesn't want me to do that. Keeps snapping in weird ways. Anyway, we'll do that later. Let's do this. What we really want is a straight line road that goes down to... Man, this is frustrating. Should be like a Make Circle City button that you just click that makes the whole Circle City. Okay. That should be the right size. Seems good. So now... Oops. Gotta go back into circle mode. And I get guidelines from this outer circle, and then I go up about the size of a road from there. And hold shift to make it circular, and then go around. That seems right. Seems right. Oops. And same thing, circle mode, guidelines, start up by about the width of a road to hopefully give us 2 max density buildings back to back. Oop. That's funny. The little tiny circle in the middle. Alright, I've made myself a circle city. We're done. We win. We'll never have to worry about traffic again. Don't need you, town hall. Only the first city in any region needs a town hall. So now I gotta make a curved road. One over there. Hey guys! That looks circle-y and city-ish enough for me. So we'll put a bunch of houses around the outside of my circle city and a bunch of commercials on the inside. This is obviously going to create tons of traffic, and then we'll tackle the traffic problems as they arise. Whoop. I don't want to be zoning along this avenue. I wonder if that tiny in the middle circle is actually going to do anything. That's why I giggled when I made it. I don't think that's going to work at all. Alright, and residential across the street from the commercial so people can walk to work. Walking to work is such hacks. It's funny, in SimCity 4, the way you got people to use no traffic at all was to put them on buses, and here the way you get them to do no traffic at all is to put them across the street from commercial zones. Yeah, Gangnam style. Gangnam. Right. Fast forward and see how that worked. I can test for successful placement of the roads by making a base basketball. No, by making... I need a town hall to do that. It's funny. I have a town hall in the region. Neighboring city has a town hall, so I assume eventually this is just going to unlock on its own. But in the meantime, I'll use this type of park. So I just took Simon to Pizza Putt, and a little girl like claimed him as her very own. So the whole time we were there, he was being dragged around, and he didn't mind. This, I can't extend this because I can apparently build the first layer of it. Anyway, there's obviously plenty of room. That's a weird... It's like you need a town hall in the region, but I have a town hall in the region. I just don't have one right here. Okay. Just gonna fast forward until they're still up in density. I haven't done anything. Whoa, look at that one. And there's still no traffic because everyone can just walk across the street. Let's fast forward some more. Up to 27,000, had a few fires, so I added a fire department, school, and police station and clinic. None of them are doing anything yet. And just back into the fast forwarding. Whoa. There we go. Until I get to about 100,000 people, there's not going to be any decisions to make, so I'm still just fast forwarding. Hey, again, when you mouse over these things, the green means that they're okay, and the red means that they need help. So my clinic needs another little waiting room. And if you look at the traffic, we're up to 60,000 people and growing steadily. If you look at the population, like, it grows and grows and grows. And we're having some serious highway traffic issues, like all the way out to Mexico, but I'm okay with it. I feel like what's happening is if you click right here, why are people going in and out of the city? Well, you can mouse over them and they say, I went and got a job at at the other city, and I knew that this was going to happen because the city nearby me has a bunch of unfilled jobs, and my current city has a bunch of unemployed people, so it just makes sense that they would commute out to get jobs. And this will fix itself once our commercial zones up in density. We'll have plenty of jobs, and we won't need to send people out. So for now, we'll just let the highway have lots of traffic, and we'll keep fast forwarding. And if we hit a block road, like if population stops increasing each month, then we'll take another look at it. Hey, I'm a little bit annoyed that so much space is wasted between these two industrial things. So I'm gonna de-zone everything. And then rezone here and here and nearby, and then theoretically it should form. It might just be that the hill is too steep right here to build a factory. I can't really tell. It doesn't look like there's much of a hill here. But if you let them build the way they want, industrial zones will always leave huge gaps, which is just really silly. Come on. I'm right there. So, population's still increasing pretty, just a tiny bit really. It's very much slowed because of the external jobs problem. People can't get to work and back, so they can't up in density. Yeah! Also, new people come into the city via the highway. So new people can't get in if we're massively busy like that. So I'm thinking of getting some more factories over here. But in order to actually get the factories to construct, I will need to be able to get cars in and out of the city, because construction workers have to come and actually build the factories. So once they've all formed little like under construction things, then we can reset the traffic by switching between plots and back. And people will move in. Good job, buddy. Daddy, jump. So let's get the construction trucks to be able to arrive. Move over here and then move back. Here we go. So as you can see, the highway has no trucks on it, no cars, no trucks. So all these things that need construction workers should theoretically be able to get them. So these are the incoming construction workers. Hopefully that'll work. Yeah, you can see along this road almost all of the trucks are construction. Where are you going, little guy? He's just gonna drive in a weird circle around the city and then leave. That's cool. If that's how you want to do it. So yeah, this is working. Once all these form, we should have enough local jobs that people stop leaving the city, and then this traffic should all get resolved. Leaving for an expensive meal. Hello?
Hey, babe.
Yeah? Hey guys! Malachi and everybody, no using that when Eli's downstairs. It's the rules. Alright, so all these factories exist now. Unemployment. Total jobs versus total population, you know. Should doing a little bit better. I used to up the tech level of factories in an attempt to make them increase density, but they'll increase density whether or not you up the tech level, so you don't have to worry about that. I knew from the beginning that having only a single exit to the city, like this direction, was just going to massively clog this avenue, and I'm okay with it. Well, as long as we still only have 70,000 people, it should move theoretically. But in the longer term, people are going to look for a job across the street from themselves, and if they can't find it, they're going to head towards our factories, which means coming up here and then turning right. They're going to go all the way down the road looking for a job, and if they can't find a job by the time they reach the end of the road, they're going to U-turn and then leave the city. And I guess I'm okay with that. Although I think it would make more sense for people to come from the inner city to right here and then look for jobs along the route, and then when they're done with their job search, they'd be right at the exit of the city and they could just continue on out. So instead of coming in this way, U-turning, and then going out that way, it'd be better if we connected here and then this just exited the city. So let's disconnect the primary city from the exit, from the city exit, and reconnect with the industrial zone, right? So we'll do this, and then it doesn't need to be an avenue, I don't think. And we can even use a bridge, right? Because there's water here. Totally works. That's just like, build me a bridge! Build me a bridge! It worked! It worked! What's up? Okay. Ha! Victory. So I had to push Alt to disable the snap point that was causing this not to work properly. Cannot intersect this road. What does that mean? Oops. That seems like a valid intersection. That also seems like a valid intersection. Really confusing. Okay. It only works if you make 3 segments? Fine. Alright. So now we want to disconnect right here. And hopefully that should work, right? So anyone wants to get... See, theoretically, we shouldn't have a big group of people leaving the inner city to get to the highway, right? Because that'll always cause problems. So we want it to be a really long path to get from the inner city out of the city. And right now, the only reason people are trying to leave the city is for work. Like, all of the external commuters are work commuters. Like, you can see this big line of work commuters. The light blue is workers. So we want to send them past all of our local jobs on the way out, because that'll catch them. The same way that we sort of use tourist traps at the entrance of the city to catch a bunch of tourists before they make a mess of things. Look at that high school. Big old dot. Or, not dot, line. Please don't bump my chair. I get motion sickness when people bump my chair, and it's impossible with little kids to not have them do that, so Every once in a while, I just get to feel like I'm gonna vomit. It's awesome. Going home. Why are they going up this road to get home? I think that we need to not have houses out here. Because we have people going up this road trying to get to the nearest house. Like, for example, maybe he lives here. And the nearest big house is here. So he's going to go all the way around. That's not good. So for now, I found in my first Circle City as well that it really kind of pays not to have houses off the highway. People get really confused. They're really like intensely involved in this whole housing concept. And I mean, the inner city isn't high density yet, so adding stuff outside of the inner city is just a waste right now. Alright, shoppers from elsewhere in the city are coming down here. That's a little bit weird, but again, things are increasing in density asymmetrically. If you look at the size of these bars, like this road has a much higher density than roads right near it. That's the danger of starting off with high density roads right from the beginning, is that things up density completely at random. I mean, it's not actually random, but it seems random, and it makes for bad pedestrian commuting. Lots of people going to work up this path to get to these factories. Why is this lane going so slow? Right here. Why are they even stopping right there? Oh, because they're U-turning. We got to prevent U-turning. I did not realize that it was possible to U-turn. So let's bulldoze this. I can't because it's on fire. Crip. 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 Okay, we'll have to wait for that to burn before we fix this problem, but they're going way up this road and then U-turning. One solution... Okay, so what happens is that they want to get to work, right? But then they wait in traffic for a really long time. So halfway across, it's already too late. They can't get a job. They decide they have to go home. So they get here and they U-turn and go home. Now, the problem with that is that as they U-turn, they need to wait in order to do it along with these guys. Whereas if they went all the way over here, they could U-turn without impacting a highly trafficked road. So it's obviously... Oh, actually no, because this is the only entrance to the city. They have to U-turn back down here no matter what. So if we prevent them from U-turning here, they're just going to go all the way over here and then U-turn. Sorry, Gwenny's distracting me by saying ow, but they're just kids. They say ow over nothing. Don't worry about it. She was just peeling a sticker off. So we gotta... Well, I mean, do we need to give people the opportunity to U-turn, or should we just be allowing them to get to work quickly enough so that that isn't a problem? So right now, the problem is that we're just trying to get hundreds of thousands of people up here by car. Not hundreds of thousands, but you know what I mean, like probably 40,000. And that's not going to work. Not 40,000, it's 7,000, that's what I meant. Still, way too many. So, obviously, the primary way to eliminate this problem, there's two ways. One, you can get them up here by public transit, which will reduce the percentage of vehicles, or you know, not percentage, but the the number of vehicles, even though the number of people would stay the same. But that's kind of missing the point. What we really want is fewer people to be commuting outside of the inner city to get jobs. We want everyone to have a job right across the street from themselves. And the reason that's not happening right now is because of the non-uniform density switching. So let's just switch everything over to medium density. I think that should solve the problem. Simon, buddy, I can't look. It'll give me motion sickness to look over my shoulder. I just can't, buddy. Why don't you tell me instead? So giving people 2 ways to get to work, I guess, would be better than having one. Now they can come up either side of this street. And reducing the job density of this street and increasing the number of streets would kind of make sense, I guess. Let's D-zone that. Right, and then adding new jobs over here. Hey, Eli. Hey, my boy. Hey, please don't bump me. How's it going, little dude? Good dancing. Yeah, there is a car there. That's a good point. Eli says hi, guys. Okay, so same thing here. We just want a diagonal spoke. Good job, buddy. And we are not opposed to U-turns in this scenario. Because if they've lost their job by the time they get up here, we don't want them to clog up the road where everyone else is trying to get to work. We just want them to go home. Thanks, buddy. Good work. Oops, deleted the whole thing. It always kind of seems like a waste to have an avenue intersecting with a street where everyone has to turn in one direction, you know? I'd rather have it intersect the middle of the street so that half the people can go left and half can go right. But that also kind of wastes space here. And it makes our street placement a little bit more complicated because we have to go around that avenue. All that traffic being basically gone. That's cool. Alright, so now we've got 2 loops that can take us past where we'll put a bunch of work. Unzone right here, and I industrial right here. And unzone that R, and unzone this. Intersections always have these little phantom zony things that happen at them. It's very silly. And we'll leave the inside of these unzoned. Again, it'd be nice to intersect with this road in the middle so that people can go both left and right off of the avenue. To make up for the fact that there's twice as much room to go up the avenue as there is to go up and down the street. But, I don't know. For now, we'll just leave it the way it is. something button. That's crazy. That boy a bit crazy. So now we got a little peace sign. Why? Oops. So we're trying to basically get rid of this, and we've already gotten rid of this one. And then we're trying to get rid of the giant traffic that used to be on this road, which is also gone. And I think that's it. I think we alleviated all the traffic just by adding a couple roads. It's not bad, yo. It's not bad. A murder. While we had traffic, our crime got carried away. We need 3,000 classrooms. There we go. 3,800 is good enough. Alright, we got jail cells full. We need another fire truck. Clinic full. As our population gets bigger, we just gotta kind of expect to have to add all this crap. I'd like to get up to about 200,000 before I even think about public transportation, because if you have to use public transportation before then, you're going to run into serious problems later on. Maybe even 300,000. So these guys are doing something tricksy. They are going to work. And I kind of wanted people to use this road and this road all to get to work, and they are. All 4 roads are in use. Well, 1, 2, 3, but this one going left and this one going right. They kind of count as 2 different roads. I don't know that this needed to be an avenue. Looking good, looking good. I'd really like to up some commercial zone density. This one, for example. So I guess I should try to get everything in the whole city to medium density before I worry about trying to get a high density commercial zone. So we have no unemployment anymore, which is why the external traffic result. Hey, buddy!